everybody Donna. Sorry, why do I call you? I have no idea, but that's fine.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Hi, Bertha, I'm going to get you something for Easter. I just got to get up the street. I'm going to get her a bone, so I'll be knocking on your door.
I have my walker, so I can sit.
Yeah, that's what I should have done.
No, thank you.
And this meeting is for an hour. When will we start?
So that would be short.
I mean, you know, you're okay. The way now, right now, I used to see in her eyes like, oh,
Sick.
4 or 5 bites. She wants to stay I was going to buy some. How the heck did you know? I got a pen, thank you, sir. Yeah, you're shaking like I am. Don't worry about it, son. Don't worry about it, son. We'll meet you.
Hey, there's Mr. Mario, too. Good shot. Good shot. And Leonard. Mr. Leonard. Are you getting hot? I brought my cigarettes to go out and have a cigarette. Yeah, that's Bertha. Yeah. I know it's not Tree's birthday, but I'm going to bring you something, okay? I'm going to get you. She's allowed to have those big bones. It's from the.
No.
It's from the.
No.
Dog.
No. Yeah,
There's special bones for big dogs.
Yeah, I know.
She will keep her nice and that when you go out, she'll eat on the bone. No, tell me, because I'm not wasting my money.
She will poop bricks. They're so dry. Yeah.
So what is it, a rawhide one then? How's that?
Oh no, she gets.
I don't care what she gets. I want to know. I was going to get a treat.
She would like a Mercedes.
I don't have time for the nonsense. Just tell me. No, I was going to get her a nice rawhide bone or something. The one that is got stuff in it. It's a beef bone and it's made specially for dogs.
Yeah, I discourage her eating those.
Okay. Is there anything you want me to get her, or you want me to pass?
Yeah. No, she's good. She's good. Thank you. Thank you. She really likes good hugs.
I'm the name that you see on all the posts that are up in the building. I just want to welcome you to the meeting today. Thank you for coming out. We appreciate you coming today. We're going to start the meeting off with a land acknowledgement. So, traditional land acknowledgement. We acknowledge that Toronto Community Housing is on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat, is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13 with the Mississaugas of the Credit. We are all a treaty people. And now I'm going to pass the mic over to April.
You're going to have to speak louder, please.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now.
Okay. I'm going to read out the African Ancestral Acknowledgement. Toronto Community Housing acknowledges all treaty peoples, including those who came here as settlers, as migrants either in this generation or in generations past, and those of us who came here involuntarily, particularly those brought to the land as a result of the transatlantic slave trade and slavery. We pay tribute to those ancestors of African origin and descent.
Get into the issues.
Oh no, this is great.
We're meeting by introducing everyone. As you all know, I'm Stephanie Manna, as I said, the PPS coordinator for this region.
I didn't know that.
On our team currently is our relationship manager, Dubrovka, and Fadima Osman, and Loretta Vada. As of Monday, everything is going to be a little bit different, and we're moving to different regions, and the seniors PPS team is going to be, Branko will be the relationship manager for the region. Loretta Vada is staying. Ethel will be with this building, and Nancy. So that's going to be the new seniors PPS team. Plan project services, with all the notices that are all over the building. So that's our team. This is Donald O'Connor. He's the project lead on this project.
Answer the
We
phone.
also have people here.
Have you been
from
told
Tenant.
today?
We have
Answer the phone.
And then we have our SPL,
Opportunity
who you probably know as a familiar face. They come knocking and speaking with you to explain all the
Yeah.
services that we've been providing to you. So we have Malone, Hazara, Shaheen, and Joshua. Wow. So just some housekeeping rules, so we can just go over a couple things. Please ensure that your phones are all on silent. And please make sure to sign in. So signing in with Malone and Hazara at the front. If you haven't done so, you will not receive a copy of the Tenant meeting minutes. So if you'd like to receive them, we'd love for you to make sure that you signed in there as well. And Donald will give a presentation, and followed by his presentation will be a question and answer period, which I will come around with this cordless mic to anyone who's raising their hand. And we'll just ensure that all the questions are related to the project. If there are maintenance issues or comments, we can see the site staff to discuss those. That's not to be discussed here today. Okay? So I welcome you, and here's Donald O'Connor.
Good morning, everybody. Bear with me for a bit. I'm not used to public speaking, but I'll do the best I can. So what I'd like to do is just fill you in on the project itself as to how it evolved. So back in about 2020, Design and Engineering looked at the development of this building and the replacement of windows and cladding, and also added in the mechanical aspect of the project. In and around the end of 2022, the contract was then put out for tender. The winner of that tender was Trinity Roofing and Services. The job then was supposed to start in June of 2023 with a 3-year project end date, which would be around May, June of 2026. I understand it's a long project, and it's impacted a lot of you guys over the last year and a half.
3 years. 3 years, yeah. 3 years.
Yeah.
We've been going through hell here.
You're telling us about it, but we've lived here for it.
We've lived through it.
Prior to this, which was nothing got to do with me, it was a project prior to that.
Right.
And I understand that went on, and then we came in once that project was completed. So it has been a long, drawn-out project for you guys. Do you understand that? The intent is to make your lives better by the new windows, by the air conditioning and heating that's going to be installed in your units. It is a large building, and it has taken some time. There are always, complications and things to work around in projects. And this project has been, has been difficult. But we've been trying to work through it, and you guys have been, to this point, excellent in helping with Trinity, with access, and with getting the work done. I'm going to strive to keep doing that. Sorry, yes. So today, if we can, we will try and answer any questions you have as to the project now and going through till May 2026. So, yeah, if you can, be specific about the questions you're asking and related to the window replacement, the mechanical, and the exterior.
The cleanup.
If you can keep those questions for your superintendent, that would be great.
So I'll come around with the mic. If anyone has a question, please raise your hand. Before you say your question, we need you to state your unit number, as we are taking minutes and want to ensure that we are getting who's asking those questions. So please state your unit number, okay?
Hey, I don't need a microphone. But I do want you to answer really quickly. why you're leaving broken glass all over the property,
It's the worst.
why you're dismantling the window frames on the property everywhere. You're taking the glass and separating it from the metal frames and piling up the glass everywhere on the property and disrespecting our land, as you just gave acknowledgement to. So disrespectfully, you've left razor blades and 6-inch screws all over the surface of this property. You've dismantled trees. You have broken trees in half. You have leaned your equipment against the trees, even though there are fences around the trees to protect them. You have polluted our life. You have left dust all over the place. You've drilled holes into walls, and you have interrupted our lives. One day saying you're going to do it, and then saying no, we're coming back tomorrow. We have nothing better to do than wait for you to do all of this. And it's more than disrespectful, it's hazardous. There is a workplace hazard here. This guy, Tyler, he's the excuse that comes up with, he argues with everybody and pushes us around, disrespecting us, elder abuse, and more than that, they don't clean up as they work along. There are racks out here with broken windows on it. There's all kinds of property here that we could be using if they would actually remove the staging equipment as they worked, and also if they would pick one spot where the pavement is to dismantle the window frames so the glass can be picked up. And by the way, we're tired of all of this nonsense because we got introduced to a bunch of people we don't even know. You don't even come to us and tell us who's in charge, and by the time somebody gets a complaint from us, the excuse is it's not our job, or they move that person so that person doesn't ever take care of our complaint. People are dying in this building as you do this, and there's a disrespect to that as well. You're living in our space, you're using up our rooms. There are locks on the doors that don't let us in. There are locks not on doors. There are doors that are blocked. We don't have access. You actually tipped over one of your forklifts one day and blocked the access for 2 days, and you disrupted your work so you could remove some incompetent person's use of the forklift in the pathway here. Why do you have to leave your cigarette butts, your cigarette packages, your coffee cups, your garbage, your plastic? Everything is in the yard here blowing around. It's all blowing around here because you also don't respect our wildlife here. Because nothing can live here now. The squirrels and the chipmunks, they can't live here because there's broken glass everywhere. So can you answer that before you give us more of your jargon, and again, pat yourself on the back. You come here to our place, but don't listen to us.
Oh, you're be quiet. Hey! No.
Oh, by the way, I am recording
That's fine.
in
We
4K.
all are, I think.
Sir, can I have your unit number?
Oh, 109. I live on the main floor here, so I've had to put up with all of this, and I've sent video to all of the major players in here. I put it on Facebook and YouTube, and I've been documenting this whole project. As I lose my ability to breathe in here, I've got respiratory issues because you've allowed dust, you've allowed fiberglass, you've allowed plastic, you've allowed all of this pollution into our units. And this is all, by the way, so you can make our lives better, right?
And to ask, very good. I agree with 100%.
So there is a lot to cover in what you said. We are not here to make your lives worse. The intent of TCCHC was to improve the units that you live in, the building, and the ability to control your own temperature and heating within your units. Construction is not the easiest thing to deal with, simply because the area that we have, the amount of space that we have within which to do this. The contractors are they're controlled by regulations. So any work that they're doing around the building, we must have 15 feet from the building. They must enclose it, they must fence it, and that must be done for the whole project until those areas are completed. So we can't get away with that.
Yeah.
To the issue of the state of the site, we've been talking with the contractor to alleviate some of the garbage here, and that will continue on over the next couple of weeks to address the issues around the sites. You've mentioned a lot of things that have not come to us. So I have been on site, I've been around, I don't see the glass all over the walkways and that. I just cleaned it up yesterday. You're concerned about your dog moving around the site and getting injured. Building sites are not that area that
But this is
a
an
lot of work
organizer.
has to be done. Dismantling of materials, dismantling of windows, all of that has to go on, and it is not, it's not an easy thing to manage in a site this size. Again, everything that you've indicated, regards to the site, we will do the rest of the contractor. Do more. Yes, we're going to have issues with garbage people all around.
What about ripping up the buildings?
We will deal with the contractor as to site maintenance of the areas that they're in control of.
Your unit number? 217. I was one of the first people to get my windows in November, and I know George quite well. But I was up late one night, I was just picking up the window, and the windows, my living room window, I have to have my garbage can there, and another small one, and just put some paper towels. If it's raining really bad, it will leak. He saw it, he didn't really have any suggestions on how to, hurry this along, or what he could do about it. Like how long have I accepted that I've not even had their windows done, and mine have got all that blue and black around, and, I've already been drilled for a lot of stuff, and the air conditioning in my place in some ways is almost done, which is great, but I just would like to know when are they going to come in and finish the windows?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, there's a process in that we're doing technically 3 different projects at one time. We're replacing the windows, we're doing the exterior cladding, and we're doing the mechanical. We can't, based on your units and based on the fact that you occupy the units, we can't have several people in at one time. This is not like going into an open unit and doing everything at one time. We wish we could.
Stop the dripping?
You have talked to
George?
George.
I know George very well. He came in, he saw it. What do I have to, if I just have to put up with the drip, I will.
No, you shouldn't have to put up the drip. We need to look at that and stop that straight away.
There will be mold.
There's mold in here.
Yeah.
There has to be.
And that we can address. And as long as we have your unit number, we will come back and have that addressed. There's no reason for you getting water into your units. They should be sealed, as you see from the outside with the blue skin and the sealant on it. So there should be no water coming in. So we will take your number, talk with George and Tyler, and have that addressed straight away.
My unit number is 407. I have problems with my window screen. The window screen is damaged. I have 3 windows. One was damaged. And I talked to George. I talked to Travis. I talked to the interview and the name. And I reported it that I can't use it because we are to show you the picture how does it work like this. It is like this. It has photos on the window. Yeah, when the window, when I open the window, I have to use the screen, right? I have to close the screen, but the screen doesn't work properly. I didn't get any answer. And now my all window screen, like this, see, it's broken. My apartment is broken. All here, all here, all here, and lots of building also. So this is my question.
Again, you brought that to the attention of George.
Yes, George, and they came to my unit one by one and checked it. And that gentleman came to my unit and even he went up the wall to see what is wrong, but they didn't. And he said, I come back again, he didn't come back.
Yeah.
There you go.
You did good, but I want you to bring up about the workers too. They did this, make holes in the ceiling.
I did mention that. Yeah.
And disrespecting the doors aren't closing. They expect Mario and Leonard to clean it up. That's not their job. Their job is to look after a building, not that.
After the mess they make.
Yeah. They're leaving it up to Mario and Leonard.
Answer the phone.
On the site every day. There's a lot of stuff you have to take care of. Trying to manage all the workers that are here. My suggestion, and I think this is the process, is that if anyone here has complaints about windows leaking, or about screws not functioning properly, or about the window units not opening, or anything in particular, I suggest those get reported to TCG. I think it would have been Stephanie. I assume, right? Is that correct, Bill?
No, I think it's Romana.
So we meet regularly on this for this project, and we discuss all of the issues. We discuss all the technical issues. We discuss all the spatial issues that we have on this site, as you guys are very familiar with. And then obviously we discuss the tenant issues as well. So some of these issues may not have filtered back up to myself. They may have gone to Tyler. But I suggest, to make sure that the process is that these get filtered to Renata, and then that way they can be brought to our meeting, or Mario, Mario.
Should go to Mario and
any issues that you have regarding your windows or anything that's been completed, that's not Romana's portion, that would be fine. You come to me and then I will bring it forward to the construction team.
Yeah, it's not their job to do that. Your workers are disrespectful to our building. You're taking off the doors, you're putting sticks in. Man.
I'm calling you and left a message, and I didn't respond.
You don't respond
And
to
I talked
nothing.
to Super even. Super came to my room and I saw that. And he said, okay, but nothing happened. This is my point. I complained several times, nothing happened so far.
Mario's getting sick of people knocking on his door.
4 seconds.
Supervisor to take those questions.
Yeah, so if we can, if you have issues like with the slider on the window or opening the window, if you can let Mario know.
But he's not part of the project, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Why isn't there somebody from
Here.
your guys
Yeah.
able to answer that? Because Mario's a supervisor for the building. He's not supervisor for your contract.
I understand, but it's a means of communication back when we need
He's
to
got
find
better
out
things to
what.
do.
But if that was the case in the first place, Mario would have told you all of the things you say you're not aware of. So you can't use that excuse. You don't have ignorance as an excuse or Mario as your deflection, because he is not the person responsible for the defective screens, which you're going to have to look at every tenant when you replace a unit. You're going to have to look at replacing those screens, because this is the proverbial half-assed job.
Yeah.
These screens are not going to last the length of a tenant. They're already breaking. They're already showing to be defective. They're already leaking, which is bringing mold into the building.
The roof.
So, like, you can't use those excuses.
Nobody's using excuses.
You are, though.
And don't be picking on Mario.
And if there are issues with the windows, whether they're the sliders,